my entire house. The money they pay me when I retire is what I take to build this house. Now I have nothing again. Please, I want federal government to do something about this flood.
Across Nigeria, devastating floods continue to ravage farmlands, destroy crops, and force tens of thousands of people to abandon their homes. At least 300 people have died so far this year, and it is believed that some 100,000 people have been displaced and are now living in temporary shelters. The flooding have affected an estimated 500,000 people and destroyed infrastructure and farmland in 27 of Nigeria's 36 states and the capital city. The flooding is believed to be as a result of the release of water from the LAGDO Dam in Cameroon, which is currently affecting many Nigerian communities. This widespread flooding caused by extreme rainfall and release of water from the dam in neighboring Cameroon are said to have injured 1,546 people, rendered useless 70,566 acres of farmland, and totally damaged 45,249 homes, said Nasa Sani Kwazo, which is the permanent secretary in the Nigeria Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs, Disaster Management and Social Development. If you are new to my channel, do not forget to like, comment and subscribe. The flooding continued to the south, including a noticeably widespread area spanning southern Kogi and the northern part of Anambra State. Recently, 76 people drowned in Anambra where their boat capsized as they tried to escape high flood water. According to multiple news organizations, flood water have risen as high as rooftop in Kogi and Anambra. More than 600,000 people in Anambra have been displaced by flooding. Since the beginning of Nigeria rainy season, which lasts from April to October, the Nigeria Meteorological Agency and the Nigeria Hydrological Service Agency said that the flooding was imminent and that parts of the country would experience heavier rainfall, compounded by water flowing from the LAGDO Dam in Cameroon. So this flooding have caused from concern both in local and international communities, and people have been asking what are the government doing about the current situation, what strategy, what things are the government putting in place to resolve this big problem that is ravaging the whole of Nigeria community. Sani Kwazo, the government permanent secretary, said the scale of this year's flooding is similar to the last major flood Nigeria experienced in 2012, which displaced about 1.3 million people and claimed the life of 431 persons. The submergence of farmlands has sparked the fear of increased food insecurity and higher prices. Their farmlands are covered in flood, which means that what was planted is swept away and there might be food scarcity next year. The Humanitarian Affairs Ministry said the federal government are committed to providing relief to all communities. It said that they are taking all the necessary actions to bring relief to the people affected by the flood, and all relevant agencies have renewed their commitment to strengthen their efforts in reaching out to the victims and bringing relief to them. Nigeria's national policy document on climate change, published in 2020, states that the flood have increased in recent years and increased the frequency and intensity of climate weather events. In Delta State, over 36 communities in Ughelli North and Ughelli South local government area of Delta Central Senatorial District are currently flooded, with many families displaced, with goods and properties worth several millions of naira destroyed. The victims of the flood disasters have been urged to relocate to a safer places while awaiting for the government intervention. Some 43,155 people across the 26 local government area in Bayelsa State have been affected by the flooding since the beginning of the rainy season. According to the State Emergency Management Agency, an estimated 4,347 people have been displaced, with the elderly, women and children most affected. Most of the displaced people have occupied schools, Toga, Furore local government areas in Adamawa State, and Juba, Geda and Gulani local government area in Yobe State have been the most affected areas by the floods, according to the partners' rapid needs assessment. IDPs in the flood-prone region already using makeshift shelters or sleeping outside remain the most susceptible to the impact of the flood. Response operations are being scaled up to meet the needs of the most vulnerable, with funding for the Nigerian Humanitarian Fund, among other funding sources. Flood continue to affect Jigawa State, which is in the northern Nigeria, which has resulted in an increased humanitarian impact. According to the Nigeria National Emergency Management Agency and media reports, at least 50 people have died across Jigawa since the beginning of the rainy season, and hundreds of households has been displaced to 11 separate camps. Out of the 21 local government areas of Anambra State, about 8 of them currently have most of their communities underwater as a result of the flood. But the biggest of the strategies arising for the flood happened in Ogwashi recently, where no fewer than 26 persons were declared missing after a boat mishaps occurred. This took place in Umunakwo community. Kogi State is no stranger to seasonal flooding. Its capital, Lokoja, is at the confluence of two of Western Africa's biggest rivers, the river Benue and the river Niger. During the rainy season, the river overflowed their bank, causing flooding. Local authorities say poor building practices are also partly to blame. One of the reasons why it's what is that the people continue to build in water plain areas, say Abdullahi Abubakar, the Red Cross Artist Secretary in Kogi State. He says they are advising the government to relocate people on a permanent basis so that they can move out of the flood plains. Inflation is also at an all-time high, and many ordinary Nigerians are struggling to make ends meet. This flood will only add to the communities already struggling to cope. The World Food Programme and the UN Food and Agriculture Organization said last month that Nigeria was among 6 countries facing a high risk of catastrophic level of hunger. Experts here says the causes of Nigeria's seasonal flooding are complex and include poor infrastructure and erosion, and that climate change is added to the issue. With the further heavy rain forecast, the situation in Kogi State remains precarious, and the existing flood water are not expected to recede for another month. And it's like enough attention is not being paid to the historical and geographical cause of devastating floods in Nigeria. So let's talk about the Cameroon LAGDO Dam and flooding in Nigeria. In September, the Cameroonian authorities reportedly opened overflow speedways at East LAGDO Dam to relax the pressure on the dam as a result of the rising water contained by it. According to information available on the IOM website, unpredicted heavy rainfall in combination with spillage when the LAGDO Dam in the northern Cameroon was open to release excess water have displaced a lot of people. The effect of the release of water for this dam is largely felt on the surrounding regions in states like Kogi, Benue, and some northeastern states like Adamawa, Bauchi, Borno, Gobe, Taraba, Yobe, and lots more. So it's gathered that the construction of the LAGDO Dam, located in the northern Cameroon, started in the year 1977 and was completed in 1982. And records indicate that the Cameroon and Nigeria were supposed to build 2 dams at its inception, such that the Nigeria dam, known as the Tessy Dam, which was to be in Adamawa State, will contain water relief from the LAGDO Dam at any point in time. The released water complicates the situation further downstream, as Nigeria inland reservoirs are expected to overflow between now and October ending, according to Hydrological Service Agency. So guys, what are your thoughts concerning this flooding situation in Nigeria? Do wait to leave them in the comment section, and do wait to click on the subscribe button and put on the post notification beside it, and like this video. See you guys in my next video. Bye.